lot of my friends are getting married, and I'm happy for them. I think that I'm just in a different headspace at the moment. They all get really excited to plan their weddings, and I get really excited to plan a breakup. Guys, hear me out on this. Girls do weird things, and from the day we start dating you, we keep tabs on everything you do wrong. So that if and when we decide to break up with you, because I don't know, the wind changes direction, we can then refer to said list, extrapolate one isolated incident, and use that as the piece de resistance of our breakup masterpiece. You don't believe me? You ever been dating a girl? Everything's going great. You know, things are mediocre. Okay, not great, but whatever. Things are fine. And she breaks up with you out of the blue like, you breaking up with me? Yes, your feet look like eagle claws. There, I said it. Caw-caw. Say caw-caw goodbye. It seems like it's out of nowhere. We let things build, and it could be like a hairpin trigger. You could be sitting at your anniversary dinner. I'm thinking about getting salmon. I'm done. Like, it doesn't really matter. Just so you know, I'm not cavalier about this. I put time and effort into these breakups. You put time and effort into dating me, I'm going to return said time and effort, plus interest, it's a very good ROI, on that breakup, okay? These are handcrafted breakups. Hand-hewn, Echo in California, tailor-made, forged from the fires of your own insecurities, specialty breakups, okay? I don't do a generic breakup. I don't do a breakup template. I don't do the whole, oh my God, it's me, not you. No, it's you, motherfucker. Here's a list of reasons why. I was dating a guy. We dated for 3 months, and we were on our first date, right? So it's a first date. So we're doing first date stuff, right? We're at a bar, we're drinking, talking, taking muscle relaxers. It's like a first date. And I was asking him first date questions, like, what do you do? Where are you from? What do you max out at? Like, just stuff you want to know. I was like, oh, what's your middle name? Just ask him questions. What's your middle name? He goes, my middle name is Paul. Now! Reciprocity in like a normal conversation would dictate that perhaps his next question to me should have been, what's your name? That's right. What's your middle name? But he never asked me my middle name, and I remembered that. Because here's the deal. He wasn't necessarily wrong on not asking me that. Men and women communicate so differently. I'm surprised we can be in the same room without ripping each other's genitals off, quite frankly. If you went back and you said to him, why didn't you ask her middle name? He'd be like, what? At the time she had long hair. I thought she was a mermaid. Like, not even in the same stratosphere. And what's crazy is every guy in this room was like, yeah, right on, mermaid hair. I get it. And where I went wrong, where girls tend to go wrong, is I didn't tell him why I was mad. We don't tell you why we're mad, because you should know, which is insane. We barely know why we're mad. I don't know, but something happened and now I'm mad. I don't know why I'm mad, but you should know. The secrets are locked in my brain. Did you eat a key? I did. That and the plate and the leaves from earlier, I feel fat. We just sit there stoic with this like Stepford wife facade, and we let it rot our brains, and we sit there smiling, but it devolves. We're just like, he didn't ask my middle name. That means he doesn't want to get to know me, my hopes, my thoughts, my dreams, my feelings, my friends, my family. Will never have a baby. Like, that's the way that devolves. So I began planning the breakup on the first date. We dated for about 3 months, and at the conclusion of 3 months, I decided that I wanted to do a rain breakup. Felt the rain would be emblematic of the tear shed during the courtship. A lot of poetry in that. Rain breakup, wanna break up in the rain. Oh my God, rain, right? There's all different kinds of rain breaks up. You can do one in an alley crying. You could do one, you could be a young British country girl in the 1800s running through a field. No, I can't be. You're in a white dress, no shoes. Women actually weren't allowed to wear shoes until 1962. Fun fact. No, I can't be with you. I've been betrothed to another Jeremiah. Why, I love you so much. No. Running in the rain, and it's cascading. I've got long hair. They didn't have scissors back then either. Just long hair. I'd wrap it around like a belt. It's weird. And I'd be running, and it would cascade over white, so it's just see-through. You wouldn't see areola, but you'd see nipple bumpage, right? Like Rachel, Friends, circa 1997, network nipple, right? Running. Doing it, no bra, running hard, no bra, because in your fantasy, your tits are like rocks, just running.
There were so many clues he wasn't the right person for me. I feel like there's usually clues, right, that we ignore for 4 to 5 years. One clue is we had very little in common, except we both really loved him. Sounds crazy. He actually said these words to me once. He was like, I love you more than you love me because I love myself so much. You need to love yourself more so that you can love me more. And I was like, actually, I think we both need to love you less. Because the more I love you, the more I hate myself for loving a guy who loves himself so much. Another clue is I think your romance might be in trouble the second you start taking off your own clothes. If you're not laughing, you're worried. You guys are like, it's been 15 years since anyone did that. This sounds crazy. Because in the beginning of a relationship, it's so exciting. Like, you're so attracted to each other, right? Like, you can't stop touching each other. You're ripping off clothes. You're throwing each other up against walls consensually. Hopefully. And then there's this gradual shift that happens, right? You don't see it coming. It happens over time. You find yourself politely taking off your shirt and folding it and putting it on your side of the bed. And then you take off your shirt and fold it and put it on your side of the bed. And then you get under the covers and you turn out the lights and you're like, why are you Googling Brita filters? I thought you found one you liked. And he's like, I found a coupon. And you're like, I guess I'll sleep at my place. And he's like, well, can you leave the garage door opener? And you're like, why? And he's like, well, because the last time we broke up, you had the garage door opener and I never got it back. And you're like, are we breaking up? And he's like, I don't know. Are we? And you're like, I don't know. Are we? And he's like, I don't know. Are we? And then 3 years later, you break up. And still have his garage door opener. Thank you very much. Thank you.
I'm about 2 years into this sabbatical. It's a Saturday night. I'm watching P.S. I Love You for the 13th time that weekend. I'm a couple knuckles deep into a Nutella jar, you know what I mean? I'm simultaneously crying into my Cocker Spaniel Tootsie, who clearly, by the looks of it, is ready to file those emancipation letters, you know what I mean? And out of nowhere, my best friend Kristen bursts in the front door. She had a key because, ladies, you know, when your friends are going through a heartbreak, you make a copy so you can do those proof of life check-ins. You know what I mean? So she kicks open the door like the spicy Italian she is. And she's like, that's it. She grabs the Nutella right out of my hand, turns off the TV, holds up a dress that's meant for me, and she's like, we're going to a birthday party, end of story. And I'm like, no, wait. I can't because Hilary Swank's about to open the final letter from Gerard Butler where he says it's okay to let go. She didn't like that, so she walked up and open hand slapped me hard across the face. Now, the Italian in me understood this because that's how we communicate. The half Irish in me, who outweighs her by 42 pounds, wanted to throw her out of the third-story window. Somehow, she outmanned me. Next thing I know, she's throwing me into a shower, then into that dress, and then into a car. We end up at a Hollywood party. And I know it's a Hollywood party because half the room is filled with 45 to 65-year-old men. The other half, nothing but 23-year-old supermodels in crop tops and six-pack abs. So I'm angry. I'm like an angry wet cat, okay? I don't want to be there. No one wants to engage with me. I could freak out at any moment. And at that point, Kristen goes, well, think of all the networking opportunities. And I go, whoa. Okay, that guy looks like he directs porn and these girls don't have work ethic. What the hell am I doing here? This doesn't make sense, okay? At that point, I'm like, if you need me, I'll be at the food table, okay? So I walk over to the food table. Thing is, I told you LA was my second home. Food tables are my first. So I set up shop, and as I'm doing that, Kristen is a socialite. She's buzzing around, and every now and then she'll grab somebody to introduce me to. And under normal circumstances, I would be honored to meet these people. But I have no feelings left, and I am numb to the world. So she brings over somebody, and she's like, Nicole, this is Anthony. He started all the CSIs. And I'm like, great, Malamar. She goes, oh, here. And Nicole, this is Melody. She's been on Young and the Restless for 30 years. And I'm like, Nikki Newman, great. Check out this chocolate fountain, eh? Then lastly, she brings over this guy that looks just like Michael Bay because he's Michael Bay. Again, normally would be starstruck. He comes up and she goes, Nicole, this is Michael. He directed all the Transformers. And I don't know if it was the sugar high, but I said, can you transform these strawberry cream puffs into chocolate? Because that's Mama's speed. And then at that point, because I'm like, worst case, they'll think it's funny. He didn't.